we got a new piece of equipment for the office, the Xenon Edge from Corsair. So when we get to unboxing, wow, this is taking way longer than I thought it was. All right, there we go. So as soon as you open the box, you will have the display. So 14.5-inch display, nice touch screen. And let's get back to the screen after this. Let's get through the rest of it. It is magnetic, by the way, which is really cool. But underneath the screen, we have the desk stand. Neat thing about this desk stand, it is magnetic as well. Sticks to the back of the computer. But we'll get back to that in a minute. And then we have a screen cleaning cloth. Nice to have because it's touchscreen. This is either going to be USB or HDMI. Let's get in there. Let's see what we got. HDMI, or sorry, USB-C. And it does come with a USB-C to a USB header cable. So if you are mounting this inside of your case, nice addition they throw in there for you. Decent length on the USB-C cable. It's got a Corsair logo on it, of course. This is like a rubber texture, which is really nice. And this is also DisplayPort. So if your motherboard does support DisplayPort, that is the only cable you'll need. But if your motherboard does not, there is a DisplayPort to HDMI. Now back to the unit itself. Again, this is taking a while. Packaged really nice. This is so rewarding to have taken this out. So again, 14.5-inch touchscreen. Nice reflective coating, anti-glare though in a sense too. The back is rubberized and magnetic. You have 2 1/4-inch mounting holes. You have your HDMI and USB-C input on the back. Again, rubberized texture, so as you're sliding it around inside the case, if you are mounting it in your case magnetically, it's not going to scratch anything up. So let's see how this would work inside of a case. All right, so inside of my case, I already have a sensor panel. But if I was to be mounting this inside of there, I'd probably put it in the same spot, or maybe right here on this face. So let's get rid of these little LED lights right here. Let's see, just toss those off to the side. And again, this is magnetic, so you can just plop it in there. Boom, it sticks, very nice. You could make a sensor panel right there on the front. Really do anything. In my opinion, it's kind of an expensive sensor panel. There's a lot of features on there you may not use. You can just do your own sensor panel with a Amazon panel, but everyone's preference is different. The nice thing is it does fit in a 360 mil radiator spot. So if you did have, an area that an AIO could go, it's 360 mils. It's three fan lengths. So it might actually look kind of cool up at the top area. So it could go up there, and it would just stick up there, or you can mount it, which is nice. But I'm going to be doing radiators up top, so the thickness won't work up there once I have my GPU into the water loop. So in my case, it's going on the desk, and I already have a sensor panel. And again, this would be a very overpriced sensor panel, but everybody's got their own opinions on what they want to put in there. I am going to be doing it on my desk, right underneath the PC. So let's get into the setup of this unit. When you get it, it'll come with a couple default pieces there inside of IQ. I've deleted them. I have a screen already made, but to show you this, first thing is this toggle right here. This will be how you change it as an extended Windows display to IQ widgets. Will be this checkbox right here. I have not found how to do a hotkey for it yet. Have not gotten that far. Device personalization. This will be kind of your baseline for all of your widgets. You can set your colors in here. and it will default all of your widgets to having these baselines. Now you can customize each widget individually. Screen setup will be your initial setup to calibrate the touchscreen, but it does that as soon as IQ recognizes it and starts up. So from here, we click our plus button, and here are your widgets down the side here. So you have volume, media, image and video, slideshow, iframe, YouTube video, your Twitch chat, a URL, launch an app, Windows notifications, sensor chart, 2 sensors, a sim hub, virtual keyboard, calendar, and clock, and weather. So clock is pretty self-explanatory. You have a few clock options. These are the same clocks that are on all of their AIOs and pumps with any display for IQ. So the clock, you can have small, medium, large, or extra large. So small takes up you basically get 3 panels across the top and bottom. So you have 6 total panels. But if you do medium, it then pushes it to, you could do then 1, 2, or 3 large things. Large is going to do 3/4 of the screen, and extra large is going to be the entire screen. Inside of the clock, you do have the option to not show the seconds, and you also have 24 and 12-hour clock options. And then if you wanted to add the date on there, you could. And then you have custom style here, which is how you change the transparency of the widget. And also you can change the text and background color in there. Again, there are a few other clock options. If you want this analog clock here, this one looks good on their AIOs and water blocks, but for this, I don't really care for that one. But that's the clock. And then if we click on calendar, it's basically you can pick your starting day, and then you can do small, medium, large, extra large. So you can have a pretty large calendar on there. And again, pick your starting day there. Virtual keyboard's pretty cool. If you had, it's cool, but I don't really know a use case. But anyways, you do have a keyboard that you can touch on the display, and it is a very good touchscreen, so it is responsive. So that is cool, but I don't really know a use case for it yet. 2 sensors, so you get to monitor 2 sensors on the display. You can get rid of the gauges and just have the value, and then you simply click in, change your what you're looking for. So maybe you want 2 loads, graphic card load and GPU load. And so on here, you, instead of not knowing what's what, you can just type in there. Oh, that's a good screen. And so you can quickly, at a glance, see the 2 sensors there. Sensor chart's pretty nice because you get to see a historical view of the changes of anything. Again, any IQ monitored device, and peripheral from IQ, and then system peripherals like CPU and stuff like that are always going to be in there. Launching an app, I don't see a use case for this one either, but you can give it a picture and then you select your app there, and then you can touch the screen and launch the app. I think it's a little bit of a waste of space on this, but may come in handy, who knows. If you have a Stream Deck, I think that would be a better use case for launching apps. But that's why this is totally customizable. Somebody might find that useful for them. Web URL, this is pretty self-explanatory, but you can have a web page showing, which is kind of cool. Your Twitch chat, Windows notification, and my water bill is due. And YouTube video, type in your link here, again, medium, large, extra large, and then you can do a slideshow, image or picture. And then iframe is pretty cool. This is useful for maybe like a radar app or something like that. So maybe you want to have one page strictly related to your weather, and so you have weather showing here. I just realized I didn't show the weather at all on the other ones. But anyways, so you have weather here maybe, and then you have your radar app here. And if you want to move things around, it's just as simple as dragging and dropping, which is very nice. They made that a very, very nice user interface there. If we get rid of that, here's the weather. So in its small form factor, it gives you the temperature, location, high and low, wind, and sunrise, sunset, and then conditions. So sunny, cloudy, rainy. If we go to medium, it's going to give you a 3-day forecast. If we go to large, it's going to give you a 5-day forecast. And if we go to extra large, it's going to give you about a 2 week, okay, almost 2 weeks out. It's going to be pretty good, 10 days out. That's a big, again, waste of space, but the option is there. And for all of you metric guys, you have 24-hour and Celsius and all those options there. Volume's another cool one. So you can do medium or large, or sorry, small or medium. So you have your output devices on the top and you can cycle through them. And then you have input devices that when you click on it, it will cycle through all of your input devices and you can change there. If you do put this to medium, you do get a volume mixer and you get to scroll down and see all of the apps using volume and adjust them individually right on the display, which is pretty nice. So instead of having to click some buttons inside of Windows to get to that adjustment that you're looking for, right there, which is kind of cool. Let's see, I did virtual keyboard, did weather, launching an app, again, YouTube video, self-explanatory. Media's another cool one, you know, song, if you play music a lot on your computer, you know, most keyboards have media control kind of stuff on them, but you know, on the display, you can see, you know, medium, large, big, extra large, the whole screen. Maybe you do a media page where you have, you know, medium there, and then you add volume in, and that there and that there, something like that. I don't know. It's again, this is totally customizable. You set this up however you please. And then the slideshow, Twitch chat, of course. I believe that has a couple different sizes, so you can, you know, kind of see, see your chat there. Again, there's going to be probably some more plugins and stuff down the road. I assume Corsair will release for this. Again, toggle switch right here for extended display or back to widgets. And then one topic I forgot was inside of device personalization. You can pick a picture for your background. There's a couple preloaded ones. You can use file browser and grab different ones. You can use some kind of cool abstract stuff to use some basic colors. And then you can blur the image, which is nice. So kind of not so focused. Pretty cool. And then these are your defaults. So if we go to what I'm using, we can add the blur in the background, which really kind of takes away the focus of everything in the back, which makes these widgets pop a lot better in my opinion. If we adjust the transparency, you can see the widgets changing, which is cool. So I have custom on these widgets why the default was not doing anything. So if we take away any of the custom widgets, now if we go to personalization, the defaults will change everything altogether. So I think a little shading is good. You can also even change the widget background. I think that's going to get a little too busy, but again, this allows you to customize this system exactly how you want, which is really nice. Again, different pictures, kind of do a little bit of everything. Transparency, totally transparent, a little shading, image blur off. It would definitely need some more of a transparent there. Everybody's eyes are different, so again, back to it's whatever you prefer. You can zoom in, get rid of that. A lot of features on this, that's for sure. So that's the review and functions of the Xenon Edge. You can change the name of it. It has auto rotation, which is nice. So if you had it on a 1/4 inch mount, you could maneuver it around and it would automatically change its rotation. You can adjust your backlighting, your brightness, contrast. Changing your brightness doesn't really do anything, but in my opinion, besides make it just washed out. But that's everybody's preference is different. And then you have the manual for it. All right, so as you can see, after playing around with it for a little bit, made a quick just kind of screen that I'm gonna have it on most of the time. I will use this as a extended display most of the time, but as just a kind of a tablet down there when I'm not. I have the time, I have my CPU load, and then I have the weather. If I have music playing, sorry, focus on my finger there. If I have music playing there, and then audio controls, you have your output devices, and then you have input devices here. So it's kind of a nice quick feature without having to, click at the taskbar, things like that to change your volumes. And then, as you can see, you can bring your mouse on there, and then with a simple click inside of IQ, which I still need to figure out the hotkey. They don't have one, but I'm going to try to make one. I click that, and now we have an extended display for Windows. So that was a quick unboxing and light tutorial of the Xenon Edge. And thanks for watching.